James, I know I have an agreement in place, a purchase agreement, but I want to get out of the deal. Am I allowed to do that? And if so, what are the consequences? Okay, well, it's going to depend if you're the buyer or the seller, but no, either the buyer or seller cannot unilaterally terminate the contract. A purchase agreement is an agreement between two parties, a buyer and a seller, and it takes two to agree to it, and it takes two to dissolve it or do a mutual release from the agreement. If you're a buyer and you want to get out of the contract, I mean, you basically have to go to the seller and say, hey, will you let me out? Unless we're getting out of the deal for a contingency reason. If the seller says no and you still want to get out of the deal, you're likely to lose your earnest money. If you're the seller, again, you cannot just unilaterally terminate the agreement. Same thing, you can go to the buyer, cross your fingers, and hope that they'll let you out of the contract. You don't typically have earnest money on the line, but a buyer can sue a seller for specific performance if a seller does not follow through with their word and their written agreement to sell the buyer the property. So when you make an offer or you accept an offer, if you're a seller, be very careful, know what you're agreeing to, and realize that you are agreeing to a legal contract that can be enforced in a court of law.